First poem I'm going to read is from my book called Morpho Horizon. It's called Deaf Poet. If I were a slam poet, and I'm not, by the way, I'd breathe similes into your nostrils and give you life. Wrap metaphors around your ears, like the garland wrapped in Billie Holiday's hair. I would not lull you to sleep because my words would be on fire, shocking you with existential soliloquies, like to be or not to be, making you hear songs in the key of life, making you hear rhapsodies in the key of blue, if I were a slam poet. If I were a slam poet in 3 minutes or less, I'd fire word darts into your mind, fire projectile missiles of poetic wisdom like a Sermon on the Mount in iambic pentameter, spin romantic sonnets that would have made Shakespeare jealous. From behind the mic, my words would spring forth like an Ellington tune, played by Miles Davis alongside John Coltrane, backed by the Thelonious Monk and Charles Mingus, like your mama's voice when the hurt was so bad and nobody else's words would do. Make you recall memories you long forgotten, recall memories you wish you had, making those 3 minutes a memory that you will never forget. That is, if I were a slam poet, which I'm not. And this last piece is from my other book, Blood on the Page, and it's called Writing the Coltrane. Meditating on a love supreme, riding the Yale past Fullerton and Clark, bebop poet with gray dreadlocks under a green beret, wearing tie-dye jeans with an "oh my God, they killed Kenny" t-shirt on, is making his way through my car, laying down rhymes about the passage of time and how we all still need to get along because we only have one life to live, and how he'd rather be bold and beautiful rather than young and restless, because that might land you in a hospital, general or otherwise, and how the days of our lives are like falling sand in the hourglass, my children, for we passengers were all his children, and you see, it's all about loving. But I digress, because this is supposed to be a jazz poem, and jazz is one part digression, and the rest is all sex and sin, and sax and violins, and memories and shit. The good jazz, anyway, and I love good jazz, like Lady Day on a rainy night, and Thelonious in his pork pie hat, and Miles cooking up his bitch's brew, and Coltrane, like this train, gliding smooth through that tunnel of love, through that tunnel of bullshit, and what the fuck, and don't give a damn about the man who can't see past the color of my skin to the content of my character, or the woman who can't see my forest for the trees, gliding, making its way to the downtown of my soul, like good jazz should, making stops along the way, picking up passengers and dropping off others. Y'all better get on board, because once it takes off, it may not stop. And I think I just heard the man yell, "This is the express train, not the A train." That's up in Harlem. And we're talking about Coltrane and not Duke, for he's the subject of a whole nother poem that I ain't wrote yet. But once again, I digress. Even though this is supposed to be a jazz poem, and jazz is one part digression, and the rest is all sex and sin, and sax and violins, and memories and shit. The good jazz anyway, and I like good jazz, like Coltrane. Glide on, train, glide on. Yeah, thank you very much.